Hello everyone, my name is Joshua. This is the 107th video on my video journal series. Today's date is Tuesday, the 26th of May, 2026. How's everyone been? I've been pretty good, thank you. And something I did today was actually clean out my room, more specifically near my bed area, because I haven't cleaned that, I guess, area of my room in, man, it must have been months, or maybe even a year. And there was a lot of dust around the area, a lot of dirt and dust that's been accumulated for that long amount of time. So I actually took the effort and I, cleaned out that whole area, underneath my bed, near the bed and wall, on the floor. There was a lot of dust and grime and all that. And now it looks way, way better. But it took a lot of effort. And I even you know, lifted my mattress off the bed, took out each of the individual planks, cleaned them of dust and sawdust and all that dirt, and yeah, I did a pretty good job. And it took me like, oh man, would have taken me like 2 hours, maybe. And all I got left to do is to do the near my desk area, near where my PC is. There's a lot of dust, and the space between the desk and the wall, there's like a mini like space there, and there's been a lot of like dust that's been accumulated because I haven't cleaned out that area in like a long time as well, because it's really hard to get to. It's like the space between my desk and my wall is like maybe this big, but if I were to like, I guess like, do the same thing I did to my bed and like actually pull out my desk, I'll be able to get to it a lot easier. And yeah, there's a lot of dust down there, from maybe like accumulated over the course of a year, maybe. It's been a long time, but yeah, that'll be like what I'll have to get to tomorrow. And something I'm also going to get around to is clearing out my phone. My phone is um, you know, nearing full capacity, because I've done like so many video journals that I've, obviously uploaded onto YouTube. I haven't uploaded them onto my computer or hard drive. So yeah, I only got around like 30 minutes worth of video left on the camera right now. So that's why I'm trying to make this like a quick entry, because I don't want it to like randomly stop. But yeah, tomorrow I got to clean out my phone, upload those missing videos onto my computer. And what I'm planning to do on my phone is actually just delete all the videos. No, sorry. I shouldn't say delete. I should say transfer all the photos and videos I have on my phone onto a hard drive, and then delete everything that's on my phone. Unless, like, it's very important. But yeah, because my phone, it's like, it's pretty much full capacity from all the photos and videos that I've taken over the years. And I remember I did upload like nearly every single one of my photos and videos up until like 2023 onto like a hard drive, or like an SSD or whatever. But I haven't, obviously done it since 2023, and now it's 2026. So within those 3 years, I've taken like so many photos and videos, and I don't want to delete them all. I just want to like transfer them onto a hard drive and then delete it on my phone. Or maybe like, yeah, because like my Google account also is just running out of space. So yeah, pretty much the topic of today is just cleaning out. And I like cleaning. I like cleaning, reorganizing things. But it takes a lot of effort, especially when you're trying to like, clean out a place or a certain thing. It could even be, physical or digital, and you haven't touched it in like the longest time. That's always the hardest one, where you haven't like touched something like a year and you just suddenly clean it out. Um, and I guess it can be overwhelming, but you just got to take it in small portions. Realize you're not going to get everything done in like a single day. You might want to spread it out across a couple of days. Maybe even up to a week. I got to fully migrate all the photos and videos off of my phone onto a hard drive. Even then, I might need to buy another hard drive, maybe, because everything on my phone's around 128 gigs, and most of it's like photos and videos. I do have a 2 terabyte hard drive that I got a few years ago, and that one's like, you know, I've only used a very small I guess, portion of it in terms of its storage. So yeah, I might need to get like another hard drive, maybe in like not now, but maybe in a few years' time, because the amount of videos and photos that I take. I also got my Canon R50 camera, so eventually when the eventually I'll have to migrate those photos onto like a hard drive from like an SSD, because I can most likely keep it on the SSD. But let's face it, like an SSD, um, you know, for 128 gig SS. So not an SSD. What am I talking about? SD card. Sorry, I got an SD card inside of my Canon R50. That's 128 gigs. But that SD card, 128 gigs, costs the same amount of money as a 2 terabyte hard drive. Don't ask me how that happens. I guess it would be like more economical if I just transfer all the photos and videos off of that SD card onto a hard drive. So then I could just have the SD card for temporarily keeping photos and videos onto that camera. So yeah, when you combine all of that, I guess I'll run out of space like very quickly. And yeah, so I'm just trying to figure out like in terms of photos and videos, like what's the most economical way I can like store all my photos and videos without having to spend a lot of money on an SSD, or an SD card. And like hard drives are cheap now. You can get like a 2 terabyte hard drive for around 100 AUD, or even less. 100 AUD. I remember I got my 2 terabyte hard drive for around 100 AUD. But I also got a 1 terabyte SSD that I got for around that same price Black Friday a few years ago, which was like a banging price. I only regret not getting a 2 terabyte SSD option, which was around $199, I think. But that was on sale, or maybe around like 150 or 160. It was a long time ago. But yeah, honestly, I'm excited that now because I got like a lot more free time on my hands, I can start clearing out all the things, reorganizing everything that I need to. And yeah, I guess like my phone's the worst offender. I've had the phone that I'm recording this. I have my current phone for around 3 years now. It's a Samsung Galaxy A04s. It does the job. I'm quite happy with it. I think I bought it for around $260. Um, and obviously, the video quality is okay. Certainly not as good as my Canon R50, but it does the job. And I was thinking of getting a new phone this year, but I was like, why bother? Why bother? Um, I'll keep this phone because my phone's only 4G. That's the thing. It isn't 5G. So I'll keep my phone for as long as they support 4G, which is going to be around maybe minimum 5 years. But even then, I'll get like a lot of mileage out of this phone already up to that point. So yeah, like I'll keep my phone up until they, I guess, discontinue 4G, and then I'll finally get a 5G phone. But with my philosophy with phones is right, as long as it like does the job, as long as it texts, make phone calls, and it can take like okay pictures and video, because sometimes I'm like out and about and I like to take a picture of something, or I need to just quickly take a picture of like a note that someone shared with me or something like that. That's what I like. Maybe like around the $300 range. I'm not really stingy or anything. It's just that I guess like I don't really need an iPhone or a fancy Samsung, whatever. I just want something that like does the job. And trust me, my phone's like on the border between like good and bad. There's like a lot of good things I like about it, but there's also like a lot of things that just annoy me about it. Um, it's a little bit like slow, and sometimes you like click over there, but it doesn't like register. You gotta like click it again. I make it like seem like if it's horrible, but it's like, at least to me, right? Maybe it's because I've like dropped it a few times. It's got no cracks or anything. It's just that I don't know, with um I guess phones getting older, they slowly wear down, and sometimes they install like software updates, so then you're forced to buy a new one. Just a little bit, I don't know. It's just a little bit, you know, too capitalist. I'll say too capitalist. But yeah, I'm finally, I'm very proud after today's work. Just cleaning out, probably the most like, you know, dustiest area in my room. It's such a relief. And yeah, obviously that's pretty much all I've been up to. And I guess like really wrap things up because yet again I don't know how long this video's been, and I do not want to have this video suddenly end because I've run out of space. But yeah, tomorrow obviously I'll clear out a lot of things from my phone and transfer it onto my PC and hard drive. I guess today's little wise quote would be take. I mean, what would be? I got really good to think of this fast. Um, it would be um, to find some enjoyment in cleaning. Yeah, it sounds like very, I guess, generic, but yeah, cleaning, it may seem boring and tiresome. Some of us don't want to clean our rooms because we don't really find, like, I guess, a passion in it. But I find great satisfaction in cleaning. Um, at one of my old retail jobs, like I said, I used to like clean on my downtime, just um, get the broom and just or like mini like dust like dust. I forgot what they're called now. Sorry, it's that time of night. Mini like dustpan. Sorry, mini dustpan, and just used to like sweep um, all the nooks and crannies around the area. And yeah, like I just found like great enjoyment, just like cleaning all the dust off the floors, cleaning the benches and all that. And my managers, like, they took notice and they're like, "Oh, well, good job, Josh. The place looks a lot nicer." And I think it's just, I like cleaning when I'm not disturbed by anyone. I just like putting in music, or maybe just like spending 2 hours to myself and just like cleaning, not speaking to anyone, just like focusing upon a single task or single area. Because like, I don't know, it's just you find satisfaction in being able to do something by yourself, even if it's simple as just like getting rid of dust, and it makes you like feel, I guess, accomplished. I always find that's like my satisfaction. But yeah, um, I guess find some enjoyment in cleaning. Find some enjoyment in the most mundane activities, quote unquote boring activities, and I guess you'll find a lot more um, enjoyment in life, and you'll find that cleaning can be actually satisfying, especially where you just see like a whole pile of dirt and dust, just gone with like that vacuum, like a good Dyson will be able to suck all of that up, and it's very satisfying, right, to see the removal of dust. Is all I'm saying. I might sound like a boomer already, but anyway, this has been Joshua. And yeah, yet again, I apologize for the short video, but hopefully tomorrow will be a little bit longer because I'll have a lot more storage on my phone. But anyway, that's it for today, and I guess I'll see you all next time. Bye. See ya. Take care.